Guys, today we're gonna start to learn how to make Moana by the face. So we're gonna make a little ball in an oval shape and mark the eyes. I'm just speeding up this first part because it takes so long, but you can't see everything. So I'm marking the eyes and the forehead and being sure that I have the shape. With that tool, I'm marking the nose. She has a very thick nose, so it's easier to mark like that before you start molding it. And I'm just getting all the little mini marks you have in your fingers out by the time you're going. Get a little excess of dough up and like you pushing where the eyes are, so it's cheeks, and just keep getting it all the details that you want there. I am using today Sculpey clay just because I wanted to try to do with Sculpey instead of air dry clay, and I kind of really like it. So let's see how it's gonna look. I'm making the balls for the eyes where we're gonna put the white piece and the little eyelids with the tool, and just smooth all the excess off. You can make the eyelids after. I will probably make it again, but I just like to mark it down so I can see the face is looking the way I want. I am self-taught, never went to school for modeling or for anything, so I don't know a can draw for my life. So I like to do that so I know that everything is in the right place, and you keep working and keep fixing everything every time you're doing something. I'm sorry if I'm trying to get the best angle for you guys, but I need some help. But I'm just smoothing and putting everything in place and knowing that I have all the parts that need to be there, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth in the right position so that she doesn't look weird. Don't forget to have the pictures on her face printed close to you, so you can always see any details or anything. Shh. I'm just marking the eyelids on the bottom and the eyelids on the top, and don't worry, we're gonna do that again. I just like to mark the center of the eyes, then we have that little skin, and I like to mark with the skin color before I put the weight, and that's what I'm doing right now. And now I'm marking the top of the nose, getting the excess inside of the nostril. So every time then you have any excess from the nose, you just push it down. And don't lose, I'm just making a little indentation right there where the eyebrow bone will be, and being sure that I still have the shape I want. Now with the little white, we're gonna place right there in the sockets that we made, and be sure to look the way you want. Like some princess has the cat eyes, like Elsa. Moana has kind of more like a rounded eye and just a little side on the outside corners. It's a little bit, tipped. So that's why I like to look and see what I need to do. For who is making with our air dry clay, you don't need to cook, to bake. Cooking, I'm hungry. To bake, but who did with our with Sculpey or any clay like that, I baked for 5 minutes before I put the white because I thought that would be easier. But actually, I will not do it again. I don't think it's needed until you're done with the face. But if you're using cold porcelain or anything other than that, you can just keep going. I just put a little bit of dough on the top of the eyelids, and that's what we're making, smoothing it out so it doesn't look like you just put something on top of it. It looks like it's part of her face. And take your time to do that. Now I'm not speeding up the video anymore, so you guys can see all the final details very well. And I'm doing the same thing at the bottom. and I'm using, I love this tool to make faces. If you guys want to or don't know what to find, please leave a comment below. I will leave the link. And now I'm just shaping her eyes. Making sure that the line, the eyes on the bottom are flat, because she has the white part very flat. As the cheeks go up, you know, it makes your eye bottom flat, and that's what I was trying to do, getting the excess off and making everything smooth. Don't forget to make the cheekbones. And now I'm marking where the center of the eye is gonna be, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. When you put the top and the bottom part of this, her eyes right now, you can really shape it the way you want. So if you need a cat eye, you can shape it like that. If you need a more round eyes, you can shape it like that. So if you have trouble to shape the face with the eyes, you can just put the white right there and then shape it now, because it's easier if you have a little trouble to do that. And if you're trying and doesn't look good, it's fine. I still look and think it can be better. The faces or and when you're making somebody like Moana, then you know how she looks like, is the hardest thing to do, at least for me, because I never went to art school or anything like that. But if you try it, I guarantee you guys can do it. Just try again if you don't like it, and you try again, and you're gonna get it. So now I'm just gonna start marking her mouth. I like to do that when I need to make the mouth open. I didn't need to do that this case, but I'm so like used to start the mouth like that, then I did it. But now we're gonna change tools, and I'm gonna use this one just to mark the line. And she has the smile a little bit more for the left cheek, like cheeks. So that's what I'm marking and seeing exactly where I want her smile to be. Not actually I want the smile to be where it is in the picture, but now I'm gonna start carving it. And now with this rolling tool, I'm gonna start pushing the excess up of the dough to make her lower lips. And that helps for you to start marking the chin too. So I like to do that. And now I'm making the lower lip kind of a little flat, because she has a very thick lip, and it looks cool when you paint it in the end. Marking the size of the smile. And we're gonna put it now the upper lips. I'm just making a little tiny snake, and we're gonna place it right on the top of her lips, and we're gonna mold it right there. I'm pretty sure you can do that without putting this extra dough, but I think it looks, for me it's easier, and it always looks better when I do like that. So I'm showing you guys what I do, not what's, you know, the right thing to do. I'm pretty sure if you go learn somewhere, it's gonna be different, but this way is the easiest way for me to keep the face in, you know, where it's supposed to be. Don't put the mouth too close to your nose or things like that. So this is the easiest way for me to do lips when I need upper and bottom lips. And I just get the excess of the dough to the sides of the little holes for the smile. And now you make always the upper lip a little straight too, because if you look of your model on the side, the upper lip always goes up. So that's you need to remember to look your model by the sides too. And keep it working, be patient, and if you don't like it, just start over. But remember that everything comes to life when you start making the shadows and the painting and things like that. Just try to get the shape the way you want, and then the details you can do it later. If you're using cold porcelain or any air dry clay, be sure then it's exactly the way you want before it dries. And if you're using Sculpey or things like that, then you need to bake. Be sure then everything then you is the way you want before you dry. So I just baked it because I'm using Sculpey a little bit. I'm learning, as you guys could see on my video the haul a little weeks ago. I never used that. This is the first time I'm using this clay, and I'm kind of enjoying it. I just need to, I think, get more used to it, and how much I need to pre-bake or how many times I can bake and things like that. Because, and I don't know if that was a good one too. The only color that was Sculpey, the brand, was this one. So I don't know, it was the skin color, the white is not the same brand, so kind of is a mix. Now I really got all the good material to start, but I'm just being sure that everything is the way I want, and the white of her eyes is flat because it's easier for you to paint. So I made the rest of the head, and now I made a little ball for the ears. You lighten up the ears with her eyes and a little bit lower, and I just flat the sides, and now I'm making the hole, and you get the excess right there inside, and you start making like a C on the outside of the ear to make the details and the little part where your earrings go, and the excess on the back you're gonna smooth it out, so it helps you keep the ear on your model and also to look more realistic. And the same way in the bottom, and you smooth the edges, and if you have too much of the excess you can put inside the hole, and in the back you just roll back because the hair is gonna hide it anyway. Just remember to look at the picture because you don't want her with the gigantic ears or too small. So it's always good to know the proportion of your model. I think in the end I made this ear a little bit smaller. That's why I remember and I'm saying that. But let's make the other side. Flat on the side. Make a C shape. Make the hole. And then you draw a C shape on the outside of the ear, flattening in the bottom and the top. I have so much more to learn with the Sculpey and Fimo and things like that with this type of clay that you need to bake, and I'm really happy that we can learn together and get all the material. I didn't even have the glue that you needed. When I decided to make Moana, I just wanted to try and to see how the clay feel, and it I really like it, and let's just start to making it. But you can use this process for anything, for fondant, for gum paste, for cold porcelain, for Sculpey. It's just the same way you model. It's just this, you need to adapt your materials, and you need to adapt, like if you need to bake it, you're gonna bake it. If you don't need to, you just wait the next day to be harder. But you can use this tutorial for any type. Just remember to use something, then adapts your material. And that's it. I hope you guys like it. The part 2 is coming up, and I talk to you guys soon. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet so you don't miss anything. Bye.